My mom escaped the Holocaust back in Nazi Germany. So she's probably like 18 years old. Her father was killed in the camps, and she was just able, with some help, to get on the boat.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Frank.
We are so excited. Today it is all about financial literacy and empowerment.
Indeed it is, Lisa. And we have the great David Goodstein and Alicia Klausmeier coming on to share insights that every business owner needs.
Yes, and there is a special announcement.
Let's get encouraged.
Is all your revenue tied up in one customer? That's probably not a good thing if you want to sell your company in 3 to 5 years.
Right.
It's ego-driven that they talk to you that way because we earned this position in this place and we want to make you feel that way.
Hey guys, welcome to the Be Encouraged show. I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
We're so glad to have you here today because today's show, as always, is sponsored by The Hive. They're a platform connecting purpose-driven dreamers to the experts who want to champion them. You need to visit The Hive, where impactful visions are showcased, matched with services that care. Isn't that wonderful the way he put that? Yeah, that was good writing, homie. Even better reading. I'm just saying, I throw that out for free. So visit them at The Hive at thehive.vision and check out the flyer that we left for you guys today. Make sure that you explore this guy's incredible company. Lisa.
So today we are joined by two leaders helping business owners gain clarity and confidence in their financial journey.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I need clarity. Look at my face. So, Lisa, we need to start here. We're in a new location today, but I tell you, it doesn't matter where we go as long as you're there.
Aw,
yeah, you are so incredible. So we're so glad Lisa Sinnott is a part of the Be Encouraged show. You know, so guys, we're going to ask this question for you. Just to break the ice, Dave. You know how we break the ice. Yeah.
I told you.
I know.
What's the biggest challenge that you've overcome in your journey so far?
Let's start with that
Starting
one.
with you. You're the guy. Yeah.
I have to admit, and to answer that, I am coming off a huge high from last week.
Okay.
I was in Phoenix, and it was about connection and about Marathon 32. The connection part of it was I reunited with a high school, actually pre-high school childhood friend, hadn't seen 40 years.
Oh my.
So it was kind of amazing just to kind of reconnect, and then I also got to connect with a customer that I work with that I'd never met in face to face. Super cool. And this will kind of lead into the personal journey part. The other big thing last week is I ran the Phoenix Marathon. And that was my 32nd marathon.
Wow.
And as we were kind of going along the course, there's this part of Phoenix called the Canals. And it's just like, seems like it never ended.
Yeah.
Like, I probably was like at least 15 miles of the race. But every so often, you dip into this tunnel of darkness. Like you be on the kind of like it was like, you know, kind of an underpass kind of thing, and you just be in the dark. People be yelling, and then you go, God, can I make it out of the darkness and back up the little hill onto the next one? And this must have gone on like 15 to 20 times. So that's a little bit about when you think about, you know, kind of that journey. Like, what was that moment of darkness? And so last week I was able to kind of, you know, it's hard for 26 miles to kind of keep going into the darkness, and coming out. And I go, like, what gave me that, like, strength? You know, to do that. And but I would say the origins of my strength probably go back even before I was born, because my mom escaped the Holocaust back in Nazi Germany. You know, so she's probably like 18 years old. Her father was killed in the camps, and she was just able, with some help, to get on the boat to, you know, to Staten Island or Ellis Island. I mean, and so just like was able to escape. And I think that was kind of the beginning of my upbringing. So I grew up in a Jewish family. I would say not a lot of emotion. I mean, definitely very loving, but, you know, very maybe careful, not trusting of maybe people that are not Jewish, and just kind of growing up a little bit in that kind of household. Always guarded, not a huggy family. And then the big thing, probably the biggest thing that happened, my oldest brother was 36, and he passed away from non-options
Oh,
lymphoma.
my.
And that was a big, I'd never kind of gone through anything like that before. And just the way my parents kind of handled it, because his wife was actually not Jewish. And they just had, after he passed away, they pretty much just withdrew, from the world, kind of abandoned that side of the family. And my wife had a really hard time with that. And so that was a huge just test on, like, how do I keep my family together? And I had to kind of ask for mom had to come fly in and help get 2 small children at the time. I go, what am I got to go work, because that was my reaction. I got to go work. And so I just felt like that was just a pivotal moment, to lose my older brother, and just feel like I've just kind of had this inner strength, from that, and it's kind of keeps me going on the marathon trail too. And
Wow.
kind of a long answer, but that's kind of
Yeah,
the origins.
I have your book, so
Yeah.
I know that marathoning and running and is really a big part of your life, and kind of keeps you centered and helps you to deal with other things in life.
Yeah.
So it's really neat.
And my mantra for the race last week was embrace the suck. Right, because I knew it was going to be hard, but just embrace it.
Embrace the suck. All right. We just pivoted a little bit. So, the biggest challenges. Alicia, same question to you, my friend. What's been the biggest challenge so far in your journey?
Wow. Adding on to kind of some of David's, like, there's been darkness in my life. So my brother had a mental health struggles growing up. There were some times in his life where, as a sister, you try to support him, and there's times where you feel like, okay, how can I do this? But I'm only 2 years older than my brother, right, there's only so much support and help that you can provide, and he kind of went through times where there was a lot of mental health issues, and you're there as much as you can be, but at a certain age, he kind of disconnected from us as a family, left us, did not show up at our wedding, my husband and I's wedding. He was supposed to be at our wedding. The week of the wedding, he had called me, told me he was going to be committing suicide, had lots of issues that week. We're trying to get him all the help that he needs. There was just a lot of issues, and about a month later, he committed suicide. And so it was a very tough time, being a newly married woman. That is supposed to be like the happiest time of your life,
Yes.
right? You are enjoying the new relationship and the excitement of a wedding, and also knowing that this is happening on the side, right? And so my brother, he committed suicide. There was issues with that. My father, as a Italian, older Italian man that does not like expressing emotions, they grew up in a society where, right, you have to like hold everything in.
Yes.
He was I'm going to take care of everything. We're going to get this resolved, right? He held everything in and wouldn't talk about it, and wouldn't resolve his issues and his feelings. And 3 months later, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and I think it was a result of my brother. And so it was a very, very difficult time for us as a family. So we had just lost my brother, and then my dad was fighting cancer and had lymphoma, and then he had thyroid cancer and had to go through a stem cell transplant. And it was a very long journey of me kind of becoming the primary caretaker, because my mom not knowing how to take care of my dad and deal with her emotions as well. And I think I was at this point 25 years old, and so it kind of forced me into adulthood in a very quick way. And luckily my dad is in remission at this point. And I mean, now we're 15 years later, so he is in remission and has made it through. But like, there's always going to be this like
residual.
Residual, and there's a hole in my heart, and carrying that on with like raising kids now, how do I help make sure that like their mental health journey is like safe, and that we're providing the support that they need, and that we talk about emotions a lot, and we talk about how to take care of yourself, and just seeing how my brother and my dad both, how they like how we can learn from that experience. But both it was a very challenging few years
Yes.
with that, and yeah, there was lots of darkness, but we've made it through, and we embraced some of the suck.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah,
Thank
there's
you
been
both
some,
for
like,
sharing those journeys with us. Those are quite the journeys to have to walk through. You know, David, as we are here today processing and dealing with this, you spent decades.
You're aging him now.
I'm older than he
I'm
is.
Medicare.
I'm
Medicare now, so it's okay.
Yeah, that pregnant pause. Right. You've spent decades leading finance teams at companies like Intel, AMD, and Dell before becoming a fractional CFO yourself. Now, what inspired you to transition from corporate finance to helping private businesses here in Colorado?
Yeah, I think the big event that kind of where I decided to leave corporate America, I had an employee, and I knew they were going to be doing layoffs in the company, but I didn't know this particular person was going to get laid off. And I'm sitting like literally in the lobby, maybe getting ready for a meeting. I see him getting walked out with his boxes and everything, and I go, like, what happened? No one gave me, like, it's my employee. I'm not allowed to like let them go. And then later I go, I need to go tell my boss, like, what happened? Well, he's gone. So
wow.
okay, and then I got the call from HR, and then they bring me into the office, and they go, oh, don't worry, you're fine, everything's okay. And that was like, okay, that kind of was it for me with corporate. That was the kind of the final straw, and that probably the other part of it, just that feeling of not adding value and feeling the direct impact kind of what you do to the, I mean, you're 3, 4, 5 levels removed from the top of the company.
Right.
So those two things combined said, okay, I think I'm done, being in big, large companies. I just really want to work in smaller companies where I can be more intimate with the business owners and feel like I'm actually having an impact.
Yeah.
And but that just the way people get treated, I just couldn't live with it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, Alicia, you founded Dream Again, sorry, he's my Dream Again guy. Okay, you guys are kind of like similar. So, Dream Accounting Solutions, you founded that in 2018. So, and you now are helping small businesses as well improve profits using virtual accounting and technology. So, what sparked your passion for serving small business owners in this way?
I just love helping business owners, grow and meet their dreams. So kind of one of the reasons that the name is behind it is because they have a dream to grow their business, right? Their dream probably isn't in accounting. They probably don't have a dream in numbers, right? Majority of them don't love numbers.
Yeah.
Maybe they love the money, but they don't love the finance side of things. So really our goal is really to help them achieve their dreams, whatever their dreams are. So if their dreams are to grow a business to support their family, or if their dreams are to create a business that allows them to take vacations when they want to take vacations, or to be there to drop their kids off at school and pick them up from school, or to get them out of the corporate world because they want to be treated better or to make a bigger impact on the world. Right, that was really kind of our goal, is to be able to support those business owners. And I know that without having a solid accounting and financial background, like your business is not going to be as successful, or the likelihood of it failing is going to be higher. So that was kind of our goal, is to be able to be there to support business owners, to help them be more successful. And and I just love being able to make an impact. So.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm gonna circle
I
back.
know.
You knew I was going right? Because something I missed in translation, Alicia.
Yes.
So I'm an old man, so we gotta make sure it's really clear for this old brain here, right? or this lack thereof, right? So there was a spark, though. You said all those wonderful things about the outcomes of your work, which are cool.
Yep.
But what spark? Why do you care?
Why do I care?
Why does
Yeah.
that? Why?
Yeah.
Why would? What sparked that passion?
passion,
Yeah, for doing this stuff.
I just love people. I don't know. I guess like I love people. I have always had like a servant heart. So yeah.
And you love numbers.
I love
apparently,
numbers.
right?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you major in accounting at? I didn't think they had an
no,
accounting
I don't.
major at
I did
mine.
not have an accounting degree. I did not start in accounting. I have a love for numbers. I had an engineering degree, so I love analyzing numbers. I love digging into data, and actually, my first job career out of college after graduating was as a teacher, and so I have a love for helping. Like I said, I just have kind of like a servant heart.
Yeah.
I loved helping. I was a teacher for a while, and I loved making an impact. And then
This is teaching,
business,
right?
yeah, it
Totally.
is. It's a
Yeah.
different way of teaching, and
Yeah.
so now I'm helping not teaching students, but now I'm teaching business owners how to help their businesses grow and how to read their financials and how to be more successful.
Yeah. You have an incredible glow.
Oh, thank
Look at
you.
her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, who would not want to
Thank you.
work with that face?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Just thought I'd throw that in for
Thank
free.
you. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome. You know, Alicia, I'm following up with that question. Many small business owners struggle with cash flow and lack of clarity in their business and their numbers, right? So what's one common challenge that you see, and how do you help clients address that one common challenge that's kind of germane to all business?
So I think, well, clarity first. So we need to have an understanding of what's going on in the business. So we have to have a solid foundation and understanding. So if you are really just running the business off of the checking account balance, you're just not going to know, right? You're going to think,
Oops.
oh, yep, do I have enough today or not?
Yeah.
So you can't make good decisions about cash flow and where you should spend your money. So really starting with a solid foundation is where we always say, start there, and then you can make informed decisions. And that's where the data piece of my background comes in, is like, let's figure out how to analyze this. Let's look at digging into the numbers. And David is well versed in that as well.
Yes,
He
he is. He's a whiz at
Look at that
that.
face. He even looks like numbers.
I love it.
So, David, you talk about financial integrity being the first step before forecasting and planning as well. So, what's one of the biggest financial misconceptions you see when you begin working with a new company?
Yeah, I use kind of integrity and foundation is kind of foundational. So when I go into a company, and this is Alicia's world, if the accounting is not there,
Yeah.
and it's not being done timely, like every month, or it's somebody's next door neighbor doing the accounting,
Yeah.
I can't even do my job.
Yeah.
So that's where it starts, is making sure things are kind of accurate, kept up to date, because I can't really look. My job's to kind of look ahead, not the rearview mirror, like what's going to happen, 3 months down the road or a year down the road. So having integrity and accuracy and numbers being timely is just the foundation, just for me even to get started.
Which is perfect. I mean, you guys collaborate, I'm sure, amazing, right?
Yeah, that's kind of why it's such a good combination. Yeah.
It's such a good
Yes.
fit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that he leads with integrity, right? Because it's kind of hard to do really good numbers if you're not being honest, first of all, with yourself and then with the books,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Dave, following up with what Lisa asked you, you've helped companies in tech, professional services, and marketing scale using operational finance and strategic planning. So, what impact are you seeing when business owners finally understand their numbers?
Yeah, the kind of on top of the foundational piece, the first thing I like to put in is what I call financial cadence. Because a lot of times they're not even looking at their numbers. So that's like getting into that discipline where once a month at a minimum, we're going to sit down, spend a few minutes on, well, what happened? Like, what happened? What did we learn from what happened, during the month? But a lot of it's looking ahead. So where do we want to be going? We'll hopefully have a plan in place of what we want to accomplish for the year. How do we do this month against our plan? What kind of adjustments do we need to make? We'll kind of look at some like key indicators, because a lot of things, what are the things that are demonstrating we're actually creating more value in the business? Like, is all your revenue tied up in one customer? That's probably not a good thing if you want to sell your company in 3 to 5 years.
Right.
So a lot of when I go in at the beginning is thinking about how do we increase the business value over time. And each company, and there's no like one cookie, there's one answer. Every company is going to be different. Depends on the industry.
Right.
So if it's a tech company, there's going to be certain kind of indicators we're going to want to track. Versus manufacturing. So it's kind of knowing the nuances of the industry and what kind of performance indicators are going to help get to where they want to be. Because ultimately, there's going to be an exit. One way or another,
Right.
something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I always go in with that belief. And my aspiration in my roles, I want one of two things to happen. Either they get so big that they need to fire me and hire a full-time CFO. That's a
Yes.
win.
Right.
And that's happened before. Or they exit.
Yeah.
And those are my two outcomes I want with any company. And then I've done my job.
Awesome.
All right, Alicia. So you serve businesses across different industries by working virtually, which is great. How does empowering small businesses with better data and technology impact the wider community?
Great question. So, all of the business owners that we support, they all make a great impact on the community. So, we love working with service-based businesses, and we have a lot of nonprofit clients as well. Our clients that we work with, we make sure that they are being profitable businesses, that they are being successful, that they are supporting and themselves, their employees, they're making good impact on themselves, their communities. They are being truthful, honest, and they have good integrity, right? All of the things that we would expect of a successful small business. We have clients all across the United States, but I would say that 80% of our businesses that we work with are here locally in Colorado Springs, which is super fun.
Yeah.
We get to have face-to-face interactions with a lot of them. I do get to
Which is
meet
best,
them.
right?
Yeah, I do get to meet them for coffee. We get to have lunch when we want to. And I love building those relationships. And I connect them with other clients. So I have the chance to say, hey, I've got a great client that you should meet that's in marketing, or I have a great client that you should meet that is a photographer, or
You're a master connector.
Yes, I love.
I got a
being
great
able,
podcast.
I know, I got a great
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
Too, right?
Bring it.
I love. We live in we're respected as great advisors, and so they come to us for advice, and so I love being able to be that connector as well, and support the community as a whole.
Yes, we're very passionate about that too.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yeah, there's no bigger, in my view, connecting city in America than Colorado Springs.
Absolutely.
It is so relational. It's all about who you know. It really is. So thank you for doing that. Yeah, you're positioned to do it well, right? So I follow up with your question, Alicia. For business owners who feel intimidated, sure, there's nobody out there that feels that, right? That feels intimidated by bookkeeping or cash flow. What's one practical step that they can take away today to move towards clarity in their business?
I would say probably the first step would be just finding a good system for you that you do regularly. So don't just wait till the end of the year to just dig out your shoebox and your receipts and put it together for your tax account.
I'm getting ready to do
That
that.
is not providing you clarity. Come on. That is not going to help you, Lisa. Like, that is
My husband every
once a
year just shakes his head. He's a software engineer and a numbers guy too. And he shakes his head at me every year.
I would say, even if you're just like every 3 months, I'm just going to organize this in an Excel spreadsheet and I'm just going to at least look at it once every 3 months.
As
or
painful as that is.
something just to do it more regularly so that you have a little bit of an eye on it. And just give yourself, put it on your calendar.
Yes.
Just a couple hours.
Trust
and
me, as
then-
soon as I can afford y'all's services, I'm doing it. Right? We will do it.
We will. We'll be all over that. That's for sure. Yeah, indeed.
Because
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things we can do is not talk to business owners like accountants.
Yes. And
Oh.
that's,
Oh,
Don't-
totally.
Don't speak accounting
Yeah.
speak.
No.
or finance
Yeah.
speak,
Yeah.
because that makes it even worse.
Absolutely.
Right.
Totally.
Why do you people in that space do that?
I
Yeah.
think
I don't know.
Well, I have opinions.
Yeah, she does.
I have opinions.
Yes,
I don't know if
Alicia?
everyone wants to hear my opinions, but I think that there is a subset of accountants that are of a certain age and color that and gender even that
Which ones are those? Well, you doing all these
oh my
things.
goodness, old white men, I'll just say, that feel like there is a not you, David.
You're the exception to the rule.
A certain gender
I think,
color.
yes, old white men that think that there's a I don't know, a privilege with talking a certain way that
Like
is they
demeaning,
think that
right?
is
Yeah.
demeaning,
Yeah.
and they feel like they are smarter than you, and it's their
So it's
abilities.
ego-driven.
It's ego driven
Yes.
that they talk to you that way because it's we earned this position in this place and that's why we stepped you. We want to make you feel that way.
You know,
Less than.
that's not just accounting.
I know, but it is in that industry specifically as well.
Before the show, we were talking about partnerships
Yeah.
and how a lot of them don't work out
Yeah.
Most of them.
because of the ego and all of that.
Yeah.
So, David,
Interesting.
Yes.
for leaders trying to scale but are unsure where to start financially, what encouragement would you offer them about building strong financial systems if they don't have that in place?
Well, actually, when I think about scaling, it's actually a big decision a company has to make. Some companies just want to grow, which is I just want my revenue to go up every year, and sometimes you're not really scaling. Your expenses are going up the same way. You're not making any more money. So scaling is a big decision for a company because I think it really starts even before the finance piece with your strategy. Like, is my strategy, my go-to-market strategy, correct? Am I in the right market? Do I have the right product market fit? And that's where it starts. And then the second big part of it's the people. Do I have the right people in place? If I want to double or triple the size of this company, do I have the right people to do that? And then, after you can get past those things, then operational kind of even scales. Everything held together by Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not using any technology. It's like if I always use this test with the company. If your revenue doubled tomorrow, would you break? You're right, because operationally, you may not be able to, because if you can't, because you could go backwards if you can't satisfy your customers because you can't get the product to them.
Exactly.
So those are actually, I almost put finance as the last piece of it because you have to have all those other things
Interesting.
in place before you can think about, okay, we got to make sure we have the, the cash flow and to be able to fund this scaling journey because it's going to be an investment.
Yeah.
Man, those were like such great
Bombs.
points that you were
really
making.
good.
You can make those checks out to the Be
Yes.
Encouraged.
Thank you. We are sponsor funded. Frank, my key takeaway though with both Alicia and David is that you guys are helping uncover painful situations for business owners that they probably don't want to even look at, right? like me as an example, the once a year person, looking at the numbers, because business is so fast paced when you're like thinking, okay, well, I'm not, in the red anymore, I'm in the black, I should be fine, and then they don't look at the numbers. But you guys are golden. You're providing these services that are just amazing to help alleviate that pain point for business owners. So
Yeah.
thank you for what you do.
That's awesome. My biggest takeaway today is I'm looking at some generational diversity here. I mean, because you guys are in two different generations, but it doesn't have to be a negative. It doesn't have to mean that people cannot collaborate and bring business together and work in a fluid way just because they're in different age spaces, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because we go in with that. There's stuff you bring to the table, at least you could never, just because of your experiences. There's things you bring to the table that he can never bring to the table because of the breadth of your experience.
Do you
right?
want to share about your collaboration? Because you
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with just
Yeah.
kind of to set it up a little bit. So this comes back to journey. You kind of talked about at the beginning, what led me to where I am today. Well, I'm in the final part of my work journey in terms of my career, and I've had a big part of my business is relationship with my customers. A lot of them are 5-6 years, and I'm going to be literally done in 3 to 5 years. Probably go on to something else, and I don't want this in 3 to 5 years. Okay, I'm done. Okay, here, go find a new CFO. Good
Yeah.
luck. So I was trying to figure out how do I get to a soft landing zone for my customers, and that's where the idea kind of came up of maybe collaborate with another company in town, so that down the road, when that time comes, there's a place for them to go.
Yes.
So I want to take care of them. I just don't want to abandon them when I'm done, and then I get to go on to whatever I want to
Into
do
the
next.
sunset.
Yeah.
Right?
So a little bit
So
of the preamble.
Alicia's
Yeah. Yeah.
Alicia's your
Yeah.
succession
So,
point.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
So the exciting thing is that David and I have decided to, I guess the best way to say is like merge companies. So starting officially January 1, he is coming on board onto the dream team. We are going to rebrand as Dream Accounting Advisory. And so we're going to be providing advisory services and the accounting services. So really growing the fractional CFO work that David does and offering that on top of the outsourced accounting and tax advisory services that we offer as well. So full
Exciting.
breadth of services and full team, and we can support clients in any and all of those areas that they need.
You don't do taxes, do you?
We do.
Oh, you do that as well. Oh, okay. Wow.
Mhm.
One-stop
Yes.
shop.
Yeah. We're about ready to end this segment today. I just want to say thank you both. Really, this has been just so incredible. I hope our people are going to be listening very closely because we're right around the corner from, you need a service today.
Yes,
Let's just
exactly.
be real about
Yeah.
this. Yeah, we don't have to wait to January to need these service, but by the time this airs, Lisa, it's going to be a pivotal place that we're going to be able to see. So we hope people connect. They need to tell us how to connect with them, Lisa.
Yes.
Is that right?
So, also, as you know, our whole mission is to infuse hope and encouragement to the world. And David, since you're not new to this, encouragement piece.
It's been a long time.
We'd like you to take a moment, look at the camera, and not only encourage the world, but also let them know how to reach you.
Well, starting January 1st, you can find me through Dream Accounting Advisory. But you can reach me at my website, www.thegoodcfo.com. So that's an easy way to find me, or on LinkedIn. So, and I'm out and about in the community, or you can a lot of times find me at Exponential Impact. I'm out there mentoring startups there. So if you're a startup and want to find a place to hang out, that's another place to find me.
Right on, that's awesome.
Do you have an encouragement piece for everyone?
Cherish the world. Now.
Well, I would say my big personal transformation when I left the corporate world was kind of a first. I had no network, and it's this the whole concept of the giving versus taking. I'm corporate America. I was a absolute taker. And my very first, like, literally networking conversation, the whole conversation was the person's, how can I help you? And I go, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And he goes, because some days, you may be able to help me. And that was my transformation into giving. And it's still a battle.
It's beautiful.
I still tug back and forth.
Yeah.
But that was good when I got into the smaller business world. That's just been my mental mindset: is how do I
So
give back to
great.
the community? And I've gone all in. This is also me going all in on Colorado Springs
Yes.
because I brought
So
the
good.
business from Texas. I go, I want to grow here and try to impact as many companies in the Colorado area as I can.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's about as much encouragement as David Goodstein can do.
That's
for
what
you.
you
So we'll move on to you, young lady.
You're next. Encourage the world.
Encourage the world and tell them how to reach you.
All right. Well, I hope that everyone out there just, like David said, give back. I think that taking is something that we're in a season. I'm not sure when this is going to air, but this is the season to give. Please make sure that you are going out there, giving more than you receive. Think of others, and however you can help, give. Provide support, feedback, share your knowledge, share whatever you can. And you can reach us at currentlydreamaccountingsolutions.com or on Facebook or Instagram at the same. And then I'm on LinkedIn, Alicia Klausmeier. And soon, like I said, we are getting rebranded as Dream Accounting Advisory.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're sponsored by Brandon Kirk from Planet Duck.
Yes, he's the owner of Planet Duct, and he has the largest vacuums, strongest vacuums. And what is his slogan again, Frank?
Yeah, they're stronger than the vacuum of space. And Brandon and his family, with his 3 children, are just incredible. I know them personally.
Me
We've
too.
had a great opportunity to know them. He's a great family man. 25 years, been married to, what is his wife's name? Gaba?
Gaba. And she is a beautiful artist, and yes, they have an amazing farm as well. But he loves the Colorado Springs. His give back throughout all local businesses in town is amazing, and we sure do appreciate him in town.
And one last thing, many of you didn't know this, but Brandon has mentored many small business people in this community.
Yes.
His give back to our community is exceptional. So they really are.
Stronger than the vacuum of space.
Look up Planet Duck.
Well, Lisa, that was awesome. Today's episode is yours.
Yes. So today's episode for the Be Encouraged was amazing. Thank you both again. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram now as well.
Indeed.
Yeah. And join our conversation at beencouraged.net.
Indeed. Guys, we come together because this space is a space for you. We are so honored that we have 3 years of bringing incredible humans to you that you need to engage and that we get to hear from. So thank you guys again for being with us. We are the Be Encouraged show with Frank and Lisa, and we are real talk, real growth, real Colorado. Stay encouraged.